This live presentation of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball on FingerLakes1.com is brought to you thanks to the support of Generations Bank, Bill Cram Chevrolet, Little John Orthodontic, Marshall Exteriors, It's a Wonderful Run 5K, Ticino's Pizzeria and Restaurant, Finger Lakes Partner Insurance, Brad Van Dusen Photography, Penny's Place Family Restaurant, Stever's Garage, The Omen Theater, Red's Place, Wilson Press, Connor's Diner, the Newark Pilots and Geneva Red Wings, the Downtown Deli, and FingerLakes1.com digital marketing.
You are listening live from the Arthur L. Baker Gymnasium for Section 5 basketball here in Seneca Falls, New York, home of the Mynderse Academy Blue Devils. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Section 5 ladies basketball. The girls will be going at it, and an ironic twist, they are not just opening the Section 5 season for both these two teams, but it is arch rivalry. As the Waterloo Indians, which has had the number of Minders in the two previous meetings, they are the opponent for the Mynderse Academy Blue Devil ladies here tonight. I'm Dave Barnick, happy to be along with 1998 Waterloo grad Zac Young, longtime Lions teacher and coach of some tremendous teams there. We'll talk about that a little bit as time permits. And the current athletic director of the Weed Sport team. What's the Weed Sport?
Weed Sport Warriors.
The Warriors from Weed Sport, and a Warrior himself, Zac Young, doing the color alongside of yours truly here tonight. Good to be with you, Zac.
Thanks, Dave. Looking forward to a good matchup here.
And we have interesting scenarios because Waterloo won pretty comfortably in the two previous meetings during the league, but there's the old axiom of can you beat a team three times in the same season? They are arch rivals, of course. It is in the home of Minders, and the wild card perhaps is that Mackenzie Barber of Waterloo, one of their leading, if not their leading player, leading scorer, is not here tonight and will not be playing.
Yeah, that's a big loss for Waterloo. They've known about it for the week, so I'm sure they're preparing a little bit different. But watching both the other games, you know, that was kind of their game plan. They went a lot of high-low and tried to get it into Barber. She was the player of the game last time they played. I think she had 15 points, 9 rebounds. But they have other girls that can step up, and I still think that Waterloo's game plan is going to be to get it in down low, whether it's the Jillian Panic or Giovanna White-Principio, big bodies that Minders really has a hard time matching up with. And if you're Minders, I think, you know, they don't have a lot of post games. They kind of run 5 out a lot, shoot a lot of threes, and if they can knock some down, you know, that's going to be to their advantage.
It sounds like you're already beginning to give us the keys to the game, the Marshall Exteriors keys to the game. And if you could expound on that a little more, Zac, that'd be great.
Yeah, I just, you know, watching the teams, both teams are pretty young in some key spots. You know, for Minders, they're led by Maddie Barnett and Mary Dole, who are seniors, played in a lot of big games before. But like I said, Minders is more of a perimeter team. They shoot a lot of threes. They run a lot of 5-out, try to take you off the dribble. Whereas Waterloo, you know, they can shoot the ball, don't get me wrong, but usually try to go inside out a lot. And not having Barber here, you know, one of those other girls, whether it's Panic or White-Principio down on the block, is going to have to step their game up. And they're going to get more minutes and more touches than they normally will in a game as well.
Now, if I'm Minders, I'm looking at this game as a great opportunity to defeat our arch rivals, because in spite of those two losses early, again, the game is here. And Waterloo has lost their last 6 games. Not that Minders has been on a torrid effect. They're just over 500 at 11-9 overall. Both teams were 6-8 in the league. Waterloo 9-11 overall. But those losses by Waterloo are a little bit deceptive because they include a close loss to one of the top teams in the state and league champion Mid Lakes. earlier, just a week or so ago. So it'll be interesting to see. And we're already seeing, by the way, a nice crowd beginning to fill in here at Arthur L. Baker.
Yeah, I think you'll see a packed house tonight. There's, both the boys' teams play tomorrow, so it's kind of the only, show in town. For Waterloo, yeah, they have lost 6 in a row. If you look at the combined scores in about 4 or 5 of those games, I bet you it's 12 to 15 points. Sometimes with a young team, maybe you play a little bit to the level of their competition. I thought they were having a rather surprising year, based on talking with Coach Bree in the beginning of the year. He was optimistic, but they had a lot of youth, and they were off to a great start, and they just kind of hit the skids a little bit. But when you get into the postseason, everybody's record 0-0, and I'm sure both coaches have a ton of experience. Both have won multiple sectionals, so they're hoping to get a shot at the number 1 seed here. Whoever can get the W here will move on.
And of course, I was mentioning Mid-Lakes. The first time Waterloo played Mid-Lakes, they lost by 25 at 67-42. And on February 13th, just less than 10 days ago, it was a 50-45 game, so pretty close. By the way, Mid-Lakes, I don't have the exact score now. Jim Sinacropi will get that to us. But they were ahead of Geneva considerably early in that game. And speaking of the boys' games, tomorrow there will be a doubleheader on Finger Lakes 1. That'll be Batavia at Newark with Jim Sinacropi on the call along with Rhett Tacconi. And then he'll do the nightcap at 7, Geneva at Waterloo. Kind of interesting. Seems to work out that way a lot, where on the boys and girls side they end up very much matching up against the same teams a lot.
Yeah, in the Finger Lakes East especially, it's a predominantly B league, so you're going to see that. When I was coaching, always wanted to play somebody different. Just even if you beat them twice, you just like to play somebody different, somebody fresh. And for here, it's tough to make adjustments. Both teams know each other very well. In Waterloo and Mynderse case, they've probably been playing each other since 5th grade, and in rec and travel and summer league. So not a lot of surprises, and sometimes that can lead to a little sloppier game. I think tonight you're going to see I think it's going to be low scoring. I would be surprised if it got above 50. And I think the team that has that bigger spurt, both games that I watched, there was a spurt. Mynderse got a little spurt to get back in it, but Waterloo would have like a 10-0 run, or they had a 12-0 run, I think, in the second game. So, can Mynderse get off to a good start? I think that would be important for them. And who has that spurt in the game where maybe they get those 2 or 3 buckets in a row for a little separation?
Now, Kevin Korzaneski, the Mynderse boys coach, who was part of that historic state championship team, sent us a couple of old pictures earlier. You didn't see them, but one of the pictures was him shooting foul shots, and a mullet-haired Matt Verke was at the foul line. As I see Matt talking to the girls, times have changed,
especially with the
quite
hair.
a bit. Yeah,
especially with the hair. Yeah. So Kevin's daughter Caitlin's on the team. She's actually our number 1 babysitter right now. So a little partial to Caitlin. My son Evan, I think, has a little crush on her as well. She's got good taste. She's a good girl.
That's a good thing. Well, this special presentation of Flaine Finger Lakes postseason high school basketball is brought to you by Marquee Exhibits, your nationwide custom rental trade show booth solution provider. Marquee Exhibits handles all of your trade show and special event needs, including booth design, custom build, custom rental, graphic design, setup, teardown, shipping, and logistics. With offices in Las Vegas, Chicago, DC, and New York, Marquee Exhibits is everywhere you need to be to coordinate your next trade show or special event. Visit www.marqueeexhibits.com or call Joe Helgato today. That's Joe Helgato at 585-370-6649 for a no-cost, no-obligation trade show review today, and leave your mark with Marquee Exhibits. And we're grateful for them being a prime-time sponsor of Section 5 basketball action here in the Section 5 tournament time. And of course, Zach, you're looking with great interest and I'm sure mixed feelings in some respects at the Lions Ball Club, expected to make not only a lot of noise in Section 5 play, but quite possibly, some might say quite probably, in the statewide tournament. And you, of course, coached so many of those kids the last few years, but before moving on to Weed Sport.
Yeah, they're up 34-6 right now in the first quarter, so I think they're going to win today. They got a really talented team with David Weaver and Justice Smith, and I think that it's one of those years where the bracket they're in, where Class C is kind of C2 it's theirs to lose. I would be shocked if anybody came within 15 points of them. And they're hoping to make that run to get to states. Right now, if I had to pick, I think they're going to play the same team that we played when I made our run to states, which was middle early college out of Buffalo, and winner of that is going to be a heck of a battle if they both get there, to get that game down in Binghamton. And
just a little plug for Section 3 or Section 4 Weed Sport?
Section 3.
Section 3. I thought your Lady Weed Sport Warriors are having a stellar season, the only team to have defeated the South Seneca Lady Falcons the entire season in game number 2 early on.
Yeah, they're just well-balanced, well-coached. This is their year. They've kind of been peaking to, much like the Lions boys was the last couple of years. And they got a big game tomorrow versus Cooperstown at 6. And the boys play at 2:45 versus the same team up at OCC.
Well, that's great. I know it was a difficult, but a good move for you, and continued success there.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We got some players lined up, and we're not sure as yet. We have some announcements. Actually, Kevin Korzaneski making those announcements as the Waterloo girls are already lined up, waiting starting lineups. So we can give you those starting lineups. For the visiting Waterloo Indians, it'll be Jazzy Lewis, Carrie Jensen, Allie Smith, Macy Carr, and Jillian Panic. We haven't spoke too much about her, but we will. One of the good players on the Waterloo team. And now our national anthem. Job by Mackenzie Yeardsley on the national anthem. We gave you the Waterloo starting 5 for the Mynderse Academy Blue Devils. It's Gretchen Perrine, Mary Dole, Sarah Kohlberger, Madison Barnett, and Caitlin Korzaneski. And Korzaneski, Kevin on the introductions right now. Yeah, probably important for whichever team gets that good start, too, I would think, Zach.
There's always a little extra nerves in that sectional game, especially both teams didn't have a pre-quarter game. So this is, winner gets to go to the semifinals. You're playing your rival, probably the third biggest crowd they've played in front of all year. So, yeah, for sure, you want to be able, I was always nervous as a coach, so you get that first bucket. You get stuck on 0 for a while. You kind of have those nerves going. But like I said, both coaches battle tested. They know their teams very well, and looking for a pretty evenly matched game.
And one thing you said earlier before we came on air is, despite all your years of coaching, you never encountered a situation where a young one of your players missed a game or was conflicted about a family vacation, and that's what's happening here tonight.
No,
it's a tough situation.
It's a tough situation, especially as a coach. You know, the good thing I would say for the Waterloo staff is that they did know ahead of time. It's not like it just happened. They had a week to prepare, so I think that helps. But it's a tough spot. You know, the schedules come out for when the postseason is in November. So as a coach, you know, there's just not a lot you can do about it. You know, you kind of coach who's here, and you go from there. I have missed a couple kids to injuries before, so it's very similar. You treat it in that regard.
Next player up, right?
That's right.
Marshall Exteriors is your one-stop source for all of your home's exterior needs. Check out their website at marshallexteriorsny.com. And we're just moments away from the tip-off of Section 5 basketball. Basketball taking the stage on all levels right now, high school, college, and pros. And what is still highly anticipated, the Duke-Syracuse game tomorrow evening at 6 takes on a much somber note, as I'm sure most, if not all of our listeners are aware of. And our prayers go out to the families of both, or the members of both families in that tragic situation up in Syracuse the other night. Horrible weather conditions from all accounts. I talked to a few people that went to that game. And
yeah, I did actually. Driving home, it was, you know, a lot of mist and spray, and it's just an unfortunate situation all the way around. And you know, it's like you said, there's a little bit of a cloud hanging over that game. Usually, it's the biggest game of the year. Everyone's excited about it, and it's a little bit of a somber note on both teams.
So get ready to sit back and enjoy. And again, Section 5 rules prohibit us from showing you the audio live, but this will be live streamed, so you can watch it later on if you choose to. Right now, we are underway, and Waterloo has it. And I think we have a quick reach-in foul as Allie Smith tried to take it to the basket. Or was just knocked out of bounds, perhaps. Looked like the official raised a fist hand.
No, there's a foul. Foul was on 23, Madison Barnett.
Oh, they're not listing those then on the scoreboard. Inbounds. Macy Carr called for steps.
Mynderse opening in traditional half court, and looks like Waterloo is in a little bit of a 2-2-1 press here.
Jerry Anderson, your Mynderse coach. A lot of success over the years. Down court, they have an opening, but it's slapped away. But Mynderse retains near half court. Pressure defense out front. Travel going to be called again. And those early game jitters, as you mentioned, seem apparent in this first minute of play.
Well, for Mynderse, you know, you got a freshman point guard. For Waterloo, I think the Carr girl had a turnover. She's young, probably her first sectional game. You got an 8th grader out there as well. So a lot of rookies out there in this type of game.
The bomb is an air ball shot up by Jazzy Lewis, and it'll return to Mynderse. And full court pressure here early. Mynderse attempts to break it, and they get it over the midcourt stripe. Out front, this is Perrine with the ball, stolen back by, I don't think have we had there's a shot. I think that's the first shot of second shot.
Doesn't even count as a shot because it was a charge.
Yeah, charge. So back to Mynderse. Mynderse has not had a shot yet.
They have not. I think the foul was on number 21, Macy Carr. Actually, they make it on Carrie Jensen.
Again, the pressure continues. No score. The game just a minute old, however.
Another
Very
turnover.
dull, and they turn it over again. Not the start that either of these coaches are looking for.
Well, we knew going in, like I said, both teams familiar with each other. It's going to be a defensive battle. And Mynderse is just in a kind of pack the line half court here.
Allie Allie Smith goes inside. Now Jensen with it on the right wing. Now in the corner, Macy Carr looping it out to Smith. Smith stopping, gives it to Jazzy Lewis. Waterloo trying to penetrate, not getting there. Now there's a pass on the baseline, quickly out for the bomb from Allie Smith off back iron. And the rebound, 2 players have it. Tie up, possession arrow, Mynderse. Well, the score with 6:23 remaining is no score. And so far, Zac Young's prediction of a low-scoring game is absolutely correct. Driving to the lane, off glass, around the rim, and out. It was a nice effort by Mary Dole, but no.
You know, the press is not really bothering Mynderse. They've turned it over more when they've got into the half court, and that was an opportunity that Dole has to capitalize on.
Jensen going to be called for steps. So we got to get some scoring to get this crowd revved up a little bit. All the applause comes from the defensive team when the offensive team commits a turnover, and we've had a bunch early. Perrine, nice bounce pass here in the corner right in front of our broadcast location. Now the bomb from outside, high iron, no, fight for it. Saved by Waterloo, and here comes the Tribe. Panic. Down to Carrie Jensen, thinking about the 3, won't take it, will drive it instead. Tried to, I think that was going to be
Dole,
a pass.
nice block.
Dole deflected it, picked off by Mynderse. And the Lady Blue Devils, clad in their white uniforms, navy numerals.
Waterloo's dropped back into a 2-3 here in the half court.
While Waterloo has those basketball shorts, are kind of the psychedelic 3-dimensional type. There's a shot that misses everything but the backboard, and here comes Waterloo's Jensen again the other way. No score, 5 minutes remaining first quarter.
Mynderse got a couple looks the last time, couple times down, but that's their game. You know, they might make 2 or 3 in a row here.
Team to score first wins. What do you think? We'll have to keep track of that one.
I think it's first team to 40. At this point, it might be 30. Another travel on Waterloo. But this is, you know, kind of what happens when you have 2. They're not really high-scoring teams to begin with. They know each other well. Both coaches know exactly what the game plan is probably going in. Not a lot of surprises.
That pass deflected out of bounds. It'll still be Mynderse basketball. Zeros on the board, 4:38 remaining. Looking to inbound will be Barnett. And then stolen by Jazzy Lewis of Waterloo.
Nice anticipation by Lewis. Pretty impressive for an 8th grader.
Contact and a foul as Jazzy putting a little jazz on her dribble there.
Foul on Korzaneski.
Caitlin, the junior. And Waterloo will inbound underneath their own basket. Looking, bring it out, swing it to. The shot is swish by Jillian Panic. And was that a 2 or a 3? The scoreboard not reflective yet.
Pretty sure it was a 3.
I thought so too. So our first points on the board are actually our first points are not on the board because the scoreboard remains with no score on it. That did go through, didn't it?
It did go through. Maybe the guys at the scoreboard just haven't used to any scoring here.
There we go. And a Waterloo throwaway. The scoreboard now reflects that 3-point basket by Panic. Mynderse breaks the press, looping it cross court. The bomb from outside, nothing but the bottom of the net. And that was Barnett for 3.
Yeah, she's had a couple looks. And, you know, that's kind of Mynderse game. They're going to throw them up. Couple scores here, Dave. Lions boys up 67-21 at halftime. And Wayne trails Irondequoit girls 27-16.
67 points and a half.
That's right.
That is
Coach Schott's got them running and gunning, trust me.
Have they been over 100 this year?
Like 3 times, I think, yeah.
Well, 3 all here, 3:35 remaining first quarter. Lots of turnovers, and each team with just 1 3-point bucket apiece. And nice move to the lane, drawing contact, and the foul will send Tabitha Winter to the line for 2. As among others, the big girl, Jacqueline Manzel, hope I got her first name correct, into the contest. She's just a sophomore. Basket was made by Winter. So Waterloo creeps out back in front. And nothing but the bottom of the net twice for Tabitha, and it's 5-3. Waterloo on defense with the pressure. Mynderse breaks it. Leaving it to Barnett. Looping it cross court over to Korzaneski, and we got a whistle.
Yep, foul, I think, on White Principio into the game for Waterloo.
Coach Bree, you can hear his voice in the background, barking out signals. Perrine, and then a steal by Waterloo. Another turnover. Here comes Winter, out front, left side. Now in the corner to Jensen. To Jazzy Lewis, going to drive it. Loops it right into the hands of Mynderse players who comes the other way. 2-on-2 break. A trip, no whistle. I think good non-call there. And Jensen the other way. Dribbles. Tries to feed Manzel, but she was late to the ball. And it's stolen by Mynderse. Down court quickly looped and stolen back. So button, who's got the button, Zach?
There's more turnovers than points so far.
And inside to Manzel, yes! And it counts. Or excuse me, Giovanna White Principio. Wrong team, right number. Thanks for the correction, Jim Sinacropi.
I think Mary Dole picked up the foul there.
She looked pretty impressive laying that basket in at the line. We'll see how she does from the stripe.
Just a freshman.
Misses that one. It's 7-3 though, Waterloo.
That might have been the first clean look in the paint for either team. That was out of transition as Lewis looked to push.
And thinking about it but not taking it was Higbee, who's in the game. Driving, throwing up a teardrop. Nothing but the bottom of the net. High arcing shot by Korzaneski for 2. It's 7-5 Waterloo. Jensen bottled up inside, finds Manzel in the corner. Open shot is an air ball up by Winter. And here comes Mynderse with a chance to tie, or a 3-ball would take the lead. 7-5 your score, 1:40 remaining, first quarter.
Waterloo's dropped into man now. Coach Bree mixing his defenses up.
Mary Dole finds outside Caitlin, doesn't get the roll off the rim, and Waterloo comes the other way. Winter with the ball out front. Dribble it out to Jensen. Little stutter step, stop and pop, high arcing shot, bang!
That's a tough shot off the dribble, using the screen well.
Nice looking shot, a 9-5 Waterloo lead here. Didn't have any scoring. We're down to 1 minute. We got a whistle, and I think we have a timeout.
Yep, Coach Anderson called timeout. Does not look very happy with the half-court execution here.
Well, if you'd want a great meal while pinching a penny, come to Penny's Place Restaurant in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. That's Penny's Place Restaurant. And Finger Lakes Partners Insurance for your life, home, auto, and future with locations in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo. Get a free quote online at fingerlakesinsurance.com. So happy to have those sponsors with us throughout the course of the basketball season. And again, we'll remind our listeners that you can enjoy more Section 5 action on Finger Lakes 1 tomorrow, starting at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll probably be on the air about 1:45. Join Jim Sinacropi and Rhett Taccone for the Batavia at Newark quarterfinal contest. And both these games are B1, including the nightcap, 7 o'clock, Geneva at Waterloo. That's another Finger Lakes East rivalry, of course. And Kevin Sharp will be joining Jim Sinacropi for the call on that game.
Both rematches. Newark and Batavia played a pretty close game earlier this year up in Batavia. Newark gets them at home, and of course the Waterloo Geneva. It's the trilogy there. It's the third game. Waterloo won the last game by a crazy shot from Kyle Soluka. I don't know if you get a chance to see that, Dave, but pretty impressive. Mid-Lakes girls right now up 45-31 over Geneva after 3.
Nice save by Mynderse. That was a good effort, and the bomb gets the roll. The three-pointer is good by Mary Dole. And credit Mackenzie Higbee with a nice save. Nearly saved the ball, high pass from going out of bounds, and then Higbee able to convert.
It was good inside out, and on the other end, White Principio has a clear size advantage. Waterloo gets a good post touch to her, but they just throw it away, and then Mynderse turns it right back to Panic.
And here comes Panic looking, and looks, she called for steps, I believe. We got 25.8 seconds left in quarter number 1, 9-8 Waterloo, but Mynderse has the basketball. We'll see if they try to hold for the final shot of the period.
They're going to try, but Waterloo is going to be in this 1-3-1.
Jazzy Lewis nearly had the steal.
And Lewis, for an 8th grader, is just impressive with her anticipation skills. She's already got her hands on about 4 or 5 passes.
Very quick.
She plays the back of that 1-3-1 very well.
We're down to 15 seconds left. The bomb from outside off glass. No, but the rebound put up, no, short by Mary Dole. And it's knocked out of bounds. It'll return to Mynderse with just under 9 seconds to play, quarter number 1.
So much for holding for the last shot there.
Holding for the last 2 shots,
She's letting it fly, baby.
Higbee with it out front. And ball knocked away. Will anybody get a shot off? 2 seconds left. Nope, that'll do it. 9-8. Waterloo by 1 after 1. Back with a second quarter action after these words.
The newest way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With the new My Gen Perks mobile app from Generations Bank, you get access to thousands of local and national discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. The savings don't stop there. Generations Bank's Go Premium and Go Preferred checking accounts also include cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and 24/7 Tri-Bureau credit monitoring. Saving money is for everyone. Stop by any Generations office or visit mygenbank.com to open your account today. Member FDIC. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Thruway Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. Browse their full Cram-tastic new and used vehicle inventory online at BillCramChevrolet.com.
Second quarter action just opening up. A shot by White Principio, no good. Panic on the rebound, gets fouled, and she'll go the line shooting a pair. 9-8, Waterloo in front. A sloppy, we didn't have any scoring by either team for a couple of minutes, but things settling down a little bit as Panic hits the free throw. She'll have another. 4 points in the game. She had a 3-ball in that first quarter. She is a junior, 5'11". Good size by Waterloo, Zach.
For sure. Last 2 or 3 possessions, Waterloo's really tried to get it to White Principio. She has a major size advantage. And because she drew so much attention there, Panic was able to get the rebound on the weak side and make the 2 free throws.
Good call. And yes, they're going to count the basket with a nice nifty drive. Higbee took it to the hole. Count the hoop and one.
That's the future of the Finger Lakes East right there. Freshman on freshman playing in a quarterfinal game. Great move by Higbee with a little crossover hesitation first. Got by the bigger White Principio and with a chance to tie it here.
They show that, or they give that continuation basket much more in high school than they used to. And she converts the 3-point play.
Big for her confidence as well. And this is that, I'm not sure about White Principio, but I know Higbee played modified last year. But modified to varsity. It's quite a jump.
Absolutely. Tabitha Winter takes it up court for the Tribe. We're tied at 11. And here's a near throwaway, going to be an over and back. Macy Carr tried to save it, unable to do so before it went in the backcourt. And Mynderse can take what I think would be the first lead of the game. They were tied at 3.
Yeah, they've been trailing the whole game.
Working on the perimeter at the moment.
2-3 from Waterloo.
Higbee uses upper dribble, double team, gets rid of it inside. The jump hook is no, but a foul as Kohlberger will go to the line to shoot a pair.
It was a nice cut by Kohlberger. Her teammate was trapped in the corner, and instead of standing still, she made a flash to the ball with a nice little left-handed hook that she got fouled on.
11's but for both teams. Foul shot is missed. She'll have another couple substitutions coming into the contest. Looks like Gary Jensen back in the game, and along as that, Allie Smith returns to the contest, and 1 out of 2 Mynderse in front by a point as Kohlberger hits the second free throw. 1 minute into quarter number 2. Dave Barnick along with Zac Young. Jim Sinacropi engineering. Driving to the lane, nope, short, rebound, panic, and
might have got fouled on that one.
Yeah, it looks like there was some contact and the ball went loose. Down court quickly, and nope, travel called. The Euro step, throwing Australia and South America too.
She still missed the layup. She took about 4 steps before.
Who was that? I kind of missed that.
Mary Dole.
Yeah.
Another turnover here.
Lots of turnovers. Definitely, there's been 23 points scored in the game, 12 by Mynderse, 11 by Waterloo.
You know, Mynderse has had some opportunities versus this press in transition to get some easy shots and hasn't converted.
Higbee,
another great play.
Nice bounce pass. Unable to convert was Kohlberger on a beautiful pass by Higbee. Good crowd on hand. We see some familiar Seneca Falls and Waterloo faces in the crowd. Jazzy Lewis has it. Uses up her dribble, gives it to Panic. Back to Lewis. She's going to pump for 3. Bang!
It's an 8th grader, folks.
Jazzy
Lewis.
Looking good. 14-12. Waterloo retakes the lead. And it's stolen back by Waterloo. I was about to say on the points, I don't know if the turnovers are close in number to the points each team has scored, I would say.
For sure.
Waterloo wants a timeout to talk about it.
Coach Bree was not very happy about that last possession. He thought it was over and back.
We'll tell you that the Downtown Deli in Seneca Falls, where a half is like a whole. Check out their menu at sfdowntowndeli.com. And we thank Downtown Deli and all of our sponsors for allowing us to bring you high school basketball. 14-12, 5:27 remaining second quarter. And, I think if they can get that ball as they post White Principio down, exactly the defense collapses. They have to honor her size, and that just opens things up.
Yeah, it looked like Mynderse was trying to front her. You know, Mary's more athletic, I would say, at this stage in their career, and she was on her last time in the man and just trying to make Waterloo throw that perfect pass. But when she does catch it, even if she doesn't score, it opens up other opportunities off the missed shot or off the kick out.
So let's see. She's a freshman. Panic's a junior. Barber's a sophomore. Caitlin Jolly a junior. Macy Carr a freshman. Jazzy Lewis an 8th grader. I mean, we got
a lot of youth for Waterloo. A lot of youth with a good JV team as well.
Steal by Mynderse. Mary Dole on the perimeter. And slapped away by Waterloo. Might have got away with a reach-in. Driving is Waterloo, and a nice, nifty move by Perrine, and she gets her first basket of the evening.
It wasn't Perrine. She plays for Mynderse.
Oh, sorry about that. Yep, Tabitha Winter.
Waterloo's really picking up their pressure now, kind of trapping everywhere in the half court. Mynderse looks a little rattled. But if they can solve it, they should be able to get a shot on the opposite side.
Little head fake, driving the lane and throwing it away, and then a reach-in foul on Gretchen Perrine. That was Perrine. And Waterloo gets it back.
That's what we're talking about, one of these spurts here. You know, Waterloo's created a little separation. Mynderse hasn't got a look in a while. Waterloo gets another bucket here. You might see a timeout from Coach Anderson.
16-12, the score on the scoreboard. 4:20 remaining in the half. There's a reverse attempt, no good by Allie Smith, and then a Mynderse foul.
Panic with another rebound. She's probably got at least 5. She seems to be getting quite a few on the offensive end, and she's going to shoot 2. Second foul on Kohlberger for Mynderse.
Panic at the line, back irons that one. 4-point lead. I think that's the largest lead we've had. So she makes this. It'll go up by 5 and gets it. 6 points in the game for Jillian, and a steal by Jazzy Lewis. Looks for help. Finds Allie Smith. Lewis driving, tries to loop it into Panic. It's swatted away and stolen by Mynderse' Higbee.
Higbee's had some good minutes so far for the Blue Devils.
Really has. Thinking the same thing. Mary Dole with it, throws it up there, air ball, rebound. Higbee is up and in.
Dole will take the assist on that.
That's right, it was a pass all the way, right, Zach? 17-14 your score. Here's the bomb from Waterloo's outside. Shot no good by Winter. And Mynderse comes the other way. At least briefly they do. There's a collision, a foul. Let's see who they got.
Foul on Jazzy Lewis. Just got there a little late. Going for the steal.
Now, as sloppy as Mynderse, well, both teams really, but Mynderse, remember, has lost twice to the Waterloo team, and they're hanging in there, only down 3. And with the ball, the bomb from outside is an air ball, and good effort, but unable to save it was Kohlberger. And Waterloo the other way. Carrie Jensen will dribble it, left side. Now top of the key. Finds Jazzy. Can't penetrate. Finds Allie Smith. Back to Jensen. Her shot is a little half hook off the glass and good for Carrie Jensen.
That was a nice take by Jensen. Got some separation off the dribble. Finished in traffic.
And in a low-scoring game like this, you don't want to get, 5 looks more than it would in otherwise high-scoring game. And a nice effort, but it won't go. The move was there by Kohlberger. She did get her own missed shot.
Higbee's made every right decision off that baseline. Mynderse is just not finished on a couple of those layups.
And speaking of underclassmen, just a freshman, listed at 5'7". And inbounding will be Korzaneski. Outside, the shot from the elbow, no good by Mary Dole. And here comes Waterloo with a chance to extend their 5-point lead. 2.5 remaining. The bomb from outside, just short. Rebound Mynderse. Korzaneski had it, gives it up. Barnett had that 1-3 ball early, and that's been it. Higbee, nice move, layup off glass, missed, and out of bounds to Waterloo.
She likes that little crossover. Again, got by the defender, wasn't able to finish, kind of short-armed it.
19-14, 2:12 remaining at halftime. Tim Lincoln, Section 5 chairperson, and actually
former coach.
He's the state, I think he's the president of the state basketball. Nice move and basket by Allie Smith for Waterloo, and the largest lead of the night for the Tribe.
Lewis with another deflection. This is danger time for Mynderse.
Exactly. Jazzy loops it in the corner. They go inside, lay it up. No, a miss. Mynderse could really use a hoop here, trailing by 7. It was 9-8 after one quarter. Mynderse has been outscored 12-6. And the layup by Higbee is missed short. And it's one and done for the Blue Devils.
Mynderse on a 10-2, or Waterloo, on a 10-2 run here.
Jensen's shot off, in and out. That was halfway down on a runner in the lane.
Coach Bree with a nice call. With Jensen seems to be getting some separation. Set the high ball screen for everything but there.
So we'll take a halftime commercial timeout, and then we'll have Coach Tim Lincoln with us. And he can give us his assessment of the tournament and this game. Driving the lane, stop and pop, blocked out of bounds. Still Mynderse ball with just 55 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
The Mynderse here. Be nice to cut that lead down to 5.
Forced pass is stolen. And
quick timeout by Coach Bree. Lewis had it on the ground. Pretty much stuck with it.
Yeah, only 6 points in this second quarter so far by Mynderse. Well, Brad Van Dusen Photography offers family, senior, and wedding portraits, as well as specializing in photos of area student athletes. Book your appointment at bradvandusenphotography.com. And Connie's Diner has the ambience you will only find in a true diner. Check out their menu at connieswaterloo.com. And I think their owner is Carmen, if I'm not mistaken, and I met him a few times at the Chiropractic College gym the last couple of weeks.
They got the big fancy sundaes down there. People in Weedsport are even talking about it, Dave. The $10 sundaes.
Really?
They're all over Facebook.
Huh.
Probably about 1,900 calories in those things. You got to split those.
I don't remember the last time I've had ice cream, to tell you the truth.
Ooh, you're missing out, buddy.
Well, over my lifetime, I haven't missed out. So right here, Waterloo, Mynderse, and Mynderse has been missing out on some offense here through much of the contest, particularly in this second quarter. And a 7-point lead looks, you say 7's not much, but in a low-scoring game like this, it sure seems like a pretty significant lead.
Points are tough to come by here tonight, and Waterloo has a chance to get maybe 2 possessions to Mynderse 1. If they might see if they go for a quick shot here, or they just run their regular offense. Looks like they got 2 high, setting a high screen here for Jensen.
Carey, good ball handler out front, uses up her dribble, being harassed, gets it to panic near the midcourt stripe. 14 on the shot clock, 36 on the game clock. Jensen has it back. Inside, they try to get it into White Principio, but it's stolen by Mynderse.
Nice play by Higbee fronting there.
Can Mynderse convert to cut this lead? Higbee open for 3, going to pop it up. Back iron, saved by Higbee on the deep rebound. Get it over to Barnett. And a Waterloo foul met with much chagrin by Coach Mike Bree and the Waterloo faithful.
Coach Bree not happy about it. About 13 seconds left here. Mynderse could hold for 1, but they haven't been doing it during the game.
Now Barnett hasn't had a lot of shooting opportunities, the leading scorer.
That is a second foul on Jensen for Waterloo. Something to keep an eye on as the game progresses.
Madison Barnett, the 6th leading scorer in the league at about 12 a game, and here's a contact foul.
That was a foul. Can't complain about that foul on Carr.
12 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Mynderse is going to shoot 2 here. 5th of the quarter.
And that will send Morgan Trout to the line. Sophomore, junior, sophomore, freshman, junior. They do have 5 seniors on their roster. Misses the first shot. Everything critical at this point. So Trout will have another. There's 12.4 seconds left in the half. Jeremy Hunt is here. And she gets the second one, Trout, and he is, of course, the cameraman, so this game will be able to be streamed later on, probably available Sunday. Mynderse, and here's a Waterloo, or a Mynderse foul. Non-shooting foul as yet out front.
A foul on Trout. Next one will put him in the two-shot bonus with only 5 seconds remaining.
Carr leaves outside, and Jolly fails to get a shot off. It's 21-15 Waterloo at the half. And we'll be back with Coach Tim Lincoln and more after these words.
Check out Generations Go Premium and Go Preferred checking accounts with MyGen Perks. Visit mygenbank.com to open your account today. Little John Orthodontics are proud to support our area high school athletes. Visit them online at littlejohnortho.com.
This live presentation of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball on FingerLakes1.com is made possible thanks to the support from Marshall Exteriors. Are you looking for a contractor to give you a new roof, siding, windows, or other exterior home project? Marshall Exteriors is your one-stop source for all of your home's exterior needs. Check out their website at marshallsexteriorsny.com, but don't forget they finish basements too. While you're talking with them, ask about their new Everlast Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant, celebrating 22 years in the Finger Lakes with locations at 22 Main Street in Waterloo, 40 Exchange Street in Geneva, and Del Lago Resort and Casino. Dine in, take out, delivery, catering, and banquets. Order online at Cicinos.com. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way. Brad Van Dusen Photography is a full-service photographer serving the Finger Lakes region, offering family, senior, and wedding portraits, also specializing in sports photos, collages, banners, and other keepsakes for your student athlete. For more information, find Brad on Facebook or visit bradvandusenphotography.com or visit bvdsports.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant, located on 5 and 20 in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. Well known for their large portions and home-cooked meals, a large selection of breakfast items, and everything from burgers, salads, and wraps for lunch. If you want a great meal while pinching a penny, come to Penny's Place. Jimmers Auto offers a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivans. Check out their full inventory online at jimmersauto.com. And for service, visit Stever's Garage on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Jimmers Auto and Stever's Garage, strong supporters of local high school athletes for over 40 years. The Omen Theater in Lyons, the most modern theater in the Finger Lakes, is also the oldest theater in the U.S. See what's playing at omentheater.com. Red's Place in downtown Seneca Falls, locally owned for 42 years and serving great lunches Monday through Friday from 11:30 to 2 p.m. Wednesday night is wing night with 60-cent wings in 10 different varieties. For over 65 years, the Wilson Press and Mail House has been serving Central New York as commercial printers with a full-service mail house specializing in offset and digital printing, graphic design services, full mail house services, marketing and advertising plans, and fundraising programs. Call them today at 315-568-9693 or visit them online at wpress.com. Connie's Diner on Main Street in Waterloo has the ambiance you will only find in a true diner. Let the Cardozola family serve your next breakfast, lunch, or dinner from their vast menu of time-tested favorites and original recipes. Visit them online at connieswaterloo.com. The Newark Pilots and Geneva Red Wings of the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League. Your major league connection with 7 players drafted last season. The Downtown Deli in Seneca Falls, where half is like a whole. Giant deli sandwiches, subs, daily lunch specials, and homemade soups, chili, and mac and cheese that will warm up even the coldest winter day. Also, try their famous paninis or star sandwiches. Check them out online at sfdowntowndeli.com.
It's Big Truckin' Deals here at Bill Cram Chevrolet. Check out this cramtastic inventory for big truckin' deals. Whatever truck you're looking for, we've got the inventory. Trucks for towing, trucks for family, trucks for work, and trucks for fun. Whatever you're into, we've got a big truckin' deal waiting for you. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. See all our trucking deals at BillCramChevrolet.com.
And welcome to the Bill Cram halftime report. We are at halftime between the Mynderse Academy Blue Devils here at home playing the Waterloo Indians. Waterloo in front at the half, 21-15. And Zach and I are very pleased to have with us not only the Section 5, but New York State girls basketball coordinator, the esteemed Mr. Tim Lincoln. Coach, good to see you.
Good to see you, too. Thanks for having me.
Now tell me a little bit of course, you coached Waterloo for many years, a couple of stints actually, but in your role, both the Section 5 coordinator and the state, I got to think, people know about a couple of weeks in February and March, but this is kind of a year-long thing, I would think.
It is. It starts
It
starts in September with a couple of preseason meetings, just to coordinate things with leagues and officials, and it really goes on all year. Pretty much it does, especially in the section.
And what would you say are some of the most difficult factors? I would think travel, scheduling, weather.
Weather. We actually lost a game 2 days ago. Scio and North Star Christian, they called because of the weather. They canceled that. It was the only cancellation we had. The scheduling, semifinal sites is really a difficult thing to take care of, especially with the realignments in the state classification numbers, where you normally it has some teams in Class A have dropped down to Class B, and it seems like all the B schools and all the C schools need to play in the center of the section. HFL, Canandaigua, Bloomfield area. That's become a tough nut to crack this year, is to get that scheduling taken care of.
Now, Coach, how many people, I guess, are working with you throughout I'll ask the section first. How many people, any local people involved, or who's kind of coordinating all this besides yourself?
On the committee, you have all the league chairs, and there's 9 leagues in the section. And then for the girls basketball, we have class coordinators. So I have a person that's in charge of all the classes, each class, and I have an officials coordinator. Joe Desane does all my assigning for officials for sectionals, and Joe does a great job. He's really my right-hand man.
Also a good golfer.
And very good golfer, that's for sure. And I can't say enough about the folks that are working with us at the Section 5 Girls Basketball Committee. Those people have been doing it for a number of years, and they're a great bunch of people, work hard, and we communicate real well with each other, and they're the glue that holds things together for me, that's for sure.
And we're speaking with Tim Lincoln. He is Section 5 in New York State girls basketball coordinator. And one significant change in Section 5 this year is the finals are going to be held at Victor.
Correct. We had Section 5 made a financial change to their policy, and really the home of girls basketball was Rush Henrietta for the past few years. It is a great site. Rush Henrietta is a great site. Really fits for the girls basketball. And because of what Section 5 changed in financial reasons, didn't match up with what Rush Henrietta had to offer their workers at that point in time. So we had to look for another venue. And fortunately enough for us is we're going to give Victor a tryout at this point in time and see what happens for that 5-game set on that Saturday, March 2nd.
And hopefully that runs smoothly. And speaking of basketball games, of course, you know Waterloo and Mynderse very well, having coached for Waterloo against Mynderse. What about tonight's, your assessment of tonight's first half?
Well, the first 4 minutes of the first quarter were pretty sloppy. It reminded me of the last time Waterloo played down here. Reminders the boy-girl doubleheader. That was Finger Lakes One was streaming that. It was kind of tough to watch at home, that's for sure. Waterloo's cranked up the defense a little bit here, and I think that Mynderse only scored 2 or 3, 5 points maybe in that second quarter.
Not much. I know they took the lead 12-11, and then Waterloo kind of finished the quarter with a 10-2 run or 10-3 run.
And I think both teams are having a little problem making the chippies down near the basket, that's for sure.
And as we've been pointing out, one of the things that's impressive is how many really young girls are excelling on both squads. underclassmen.
It's a testament to both head coaches that have gone out there and worked with the younger kids and developed that younger stock. So both futures for both programs are looking bright in the next couple of years, that's for sure.
Well, Tim, we're about a minute away from the start of the second half. Any final words of wisdom or thoughts as we head into the really the meat of the tournament coming up here?
Not really. Just hope the weather stays nice and calm and cool so we don't have to shuffle some games around. And other than that, good luck to everybody that's out there playing, and go from there.
Including the Lady Falcons.
Including the Lady
trying
Falcons.
To go for the 4-peat in Section
Absolutely.
5 this year. But we'll see what happens.
Coach, good luck. Get some rest on Sunday.
Thank you. I will. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Coach Tim Lincoln, again, Section 5 New York State coordinator. Happy to have him with us. Very articulate as well. Zach?
Yeah, Coach Lincoln's been around even when I was in school. He coached my sister at the JV level, and it's cool to see a guy, local person especially, involved at the state level. And he's everywhere during the tournament. And being a guy that used to be on the Section 5 Boys Committee, I can tell you how much work it is to be the head of that committee, boys or girls.
I think something you touched on and that he mentioned, the intensity of the Waterloo defense as Barnett's shot, probably one of the things they set up at halftime. But that ramping up that defense certainly paid some dividends for Waterloo in that second quarter.
Panic with another offensive rebound, and she's going to the foul line again. So kind of as we thought going into the game, even without Barber, Waterloo has the advantage in the paint, and some of their baskets have come off those second shots.
Jillian at the line, the junior, connects, looking good, and the lead back up to 7, matching the largest of the evening.
Be interesting to see if Mynderse can get a bucket here. Well, maybe they'll extend it, try to speed the game up. So they're going to need to get some easy points.
2 out of 2 for Panic, and the lead at 8. I don't remember the last bucket made by Mynderse. They had a foul shot in the final minute.
Higby made that nice move for the end one to take the lead. Everything else has been free throws.
On the baseline in the corner. Now bringing it out to Perrine. The shot from outside. Barnett again trying to get her more opportunities. Missed, but the deep rebound. She throws up a runner. It's short. Saved, however, by Dole. Bring it back out front and reset. Korzaneski. 23-15. Large crowd, kind of quieted by the situation at the moment.
I'm going to give a lot of credit to Jazzy Lewis, whether she's at the top of this 2-3 or she's the bottom of the 1-3-1. She's just really pressuring the Mynderse guards wherever she goes. I bet you she's got at least 6 deflections. And it's starting to kind of wear on Mynderse here.
Really is. And
clean look for Barnett.
And she connects it. Bang! From the left corner for 3. Much needed basket by her and the Blue Devils.
And with all that trapping, if you can, reverse the ball or get some penetration, you will get some open looks. And that's where she's at her best, catch and shoot.
Jazzy Lewis answered around the rim and in. 4-3.
Her second of the night.
Her 2 buckets are both 3 balls, 6 points. So quickly negating the Barnett bucket. She fires again, short. Rebound battled for. Players on the floor, going to be a tie-up. Possession arrow to Waterloo.
That's such a big answer by Waterloo, just to have that 8-point cushion in a game that's low scoring.
Yeah, your largest or your top scorer in the game, Jillian Panic, will be selecting a player of the game, Cicino's Pizzeria player of the game at game's conclusion. And we got a whistle and a foul as driving was Macy Carr, and a chance for Macy to connect at the line. 2 shots. 5:54 remaining third quarter. Pretty proficient from the foul line. Waterloo tonight. Quickly look at this.
It says on the scoreboard that was Kohlberger's 4th foul. I only have her down for 3.
Macy's second shot, no good, knocked out of bounds. Mynderse has it, down 9. So just kind of slowly increasing that lead as time elapses in this contest. And the pressure continues with, it hasn't resulted in that many steals, but it's kind of got them in a frenetic pace that has resulted in turnovers. Inside, didn't look for the shot. She had one if she wanted it, and
again.
Barnett can't answer. Battled for it inside. Mynderse has it, swatted away and stolen. Carrie Jensen up court. The Tribe trying to go for 3 in a row against their arch rivals here tonight. Driving, dishing off, throwing it up off glass too hard is Allie Smith, but Waterloo retains it. Jazzy finds Panic, back to Lewis. Moves that ball, zip, 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 doesn't she, Zach?
Pretty well. Waterloo's getting some dribble penetration here.
There's a hook shot that didn't go.
Panic with another offensive rebound and a second chance.
Jensen kept it alive. Lewis missed the shot, and Mynderse has it. And again, harassing, tenacious defense by Waterloo. Cross-court pass. Barnett open for 3. No, air ball. Rebound, yes. Korzaneski with a bucket. And a quick timeout by, I think, Waterloo.
I think Mynderse called it.
After the basket, 27-20 your score. Jimmer's Auto on Fall Street in Seneca Falls offers a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivans. Check out their full inventory online at jimmersauto.com. And again, we'll remind our listeners that this game that you're listening to also is available to live stream with video, probably available Sunday. Before that, however, we got a doubleheader tomorrow. Batavia at Newark at 2 o'clock. Geneva at Waterloo at 7. Both games on Finger Lakes 1. And the reason that it's audio and not video live is those are Section 5 rules.
Got some out-of-town scores here. Mid-Lakes girls advance over Geneva 55-39. Lions boys, I think a final we have is 96-73 over Rochester Prep. Wayne girls lose to Rondequoit 54-44. Greece Athena defeated Canandaigua. And girls, Greece Odyssey 50, Hornell 45, and Wellsville 65, Bath Haverleen 50. And in the boys, Naples 29, Oakfield, Alabama 18 at the half.
I was going to say, driving to the lane and laying it up and in with a nice move. I think
Korzaneski again.
That was Korzaneski, yes. 3 buckets, 6 points for Caitlin.
Cut it down to 5. Mynderse has switched to a little bit of a 1-2-2 here.
And a Mynderse foul on Korzaneski. I remember when Kevin's kids were much smaller up in the stands.
Yeah, it happens,
watching
right?
these games.
It happens.
Yeah.
And Higby's back in for Waterloo. So is White Principio, for Waterloo. Higby for Mynderse. So the 2 freshmen down on the block.
Here's a steal.
Higby.
Barnett. To Higby. And out of control that time and hit the bottom of the backboard. Here comes Waterloo the other way. Up by 5, steal back by Mynderse.
This 1-2-2 look is giving Waterloo some fits. Coach Breed kind of puts his head down. That's about their 4th turnover here since the timeout.
We'll see if Mynderse can take advantage. They were down by 9, so even a little 4-point run looks somewhat substantial.
And Waterloo switches defenses again. Looks like they're back in a 1-3-1.
Looping it inside. Now out to Barnett. She's bumped, no whistle. Around the perimeter. This is Mary Dole. Loops it inside and knocked out of bounds. That's a turnover and kind of an unforced error there. And we have White Principio. She had 4 points, but a pretty meaningful stint in the first half. And knocked out by Mynderse.
Mynderse a little more aggressive on the defensive end here, extending, getting their hands in passing lanes. They got a little bucket or two, get some energy up. Switch to man-to-man on the out of bounds here, but I think they're going to stay with that 1-2-2.
Jazzy Lewis for three, rims out.
Whew, that was in and out. Looked
good as she launched it. Driving is Korzaneski, short. And one and done, and here comes the Tribe. Up by 5. 2:50 remaining, third quarter. Lauren yells in the contest. Winner with it. Shot no good. And it's taken away, knocked away. Higbee.
Nice pass by Higbee.
And losing her footing. Oh, my.
That's a generous call at best. Looked like she tripped.
Morgan Trout.
Over the line.
Yeah, on the paint. And a break for Mynderse. We'll see if they can convert. And
Coach Bree is pretty hot.
That was one, I think, where the official anticipated the foul, but didn't really see it.
Aside from that, it's the third foul on Jensen, who's, to me, the best ball handler at the top for Waterloo.
Korzaneski shot back irons and off. That would have cut it to 3. Bree says to his troops, calm down, settle down, set up the offense. I said yells, but it's Winner in there. Inside to Principio, White Principio with a hoop. 6 on the night for the 6'1" freshman.
It's a nice look in on that set. And if they can get it down there, they do have the advantage.
The reverse is no good by Mynderse's Trout. So we got Lewis, White Principio. And here's the bomb from Winner. No. And knocked out of bounds. Mike Bree not happy with that call either. Thought it went off a Waterloo player. Could you tell?
I think the right call was there. I think it was off Waterloo.
So the lead back to 7, 29-22, 1:30 remaining. Dave Barnick along with Zac Young. Jeremy Hunt doing the camera work for later streaming opportunities. And Jim Sinacropi, of course, producing and engineering. Lewis on the foul. Nobody's happy out there.
Well, the game's been called, I would say, pretty loosely till this point. And the last couple have been more your touch, and the foul before, I don't know that it really was one. So I can understand the coaches being upset. I never like referees, Dave, so it doesn't matter.
There's the runner, no good by Higbee. Laid up by Korzaneski now, and controlling the glass on that one, White Principio. To Winner. Out front, Allie Smith. Here's Lewis on the drive. No, her own rebound keeps it alive. Loops it out long, and they'll reset the offense with Allie Smith with 50 seconds remaining in the quarter. The lead was 6 at the half. It's 7 right now. Here's a near steal. It is a steal. Bodies flying everywhere. On the floor in the quarter. The shot clock expired. Basketball coming over with the good hands, Jim Sinacropi. Used to work for Allstate, the good hands people. And Caitlin Korzaneski inbounds. And we see one defender applying some pressure. Higbee loops it over to Barnett. The long bomb won't go. Tapped up, no. Rebound Higbee off glass, yes. Big bucket by Higbee. 7 points in the contest.
Much needed.
And a near steal with just under 16 seconds to play in the quarter.
Mynderse has had some opportunities to crack it down to 3 or 2. And would like to get a defensive stop here to make it a 5-point game. About 14 seconds left.
Errant pass, nearly stolen. Who's it going to be ruled off? Still Waterloo basketball. With 6 seconds left in the quarter. You have a sense things could tighten, but we'll see what happens. Looking inbound as Lewis has it. Inside to Principio. White, yes, and it counts. White Principio, excuse me.
Great pass by Lewis. Little high-low. And Principio's on the same side as Dole in that 1-2-2, taking advantage. I almost think you maybe got to move Higbee over there to kind of match her size because she's got Dole by a couple inches.
So instead of 5 or less, it's 7 or 8 here now that the margin will be, as she converted nicely on the three-point play. And that's 9 points in the contest on Principio. And a quick turnover will give Waterloo yet another chance with just 2 seconds remaining in the quarter. So Mynderse had 2 buckets in a row to cut it to 5, the lead back to 8. Zac Young said in the early on, first team to 40 was going to win this thing.
Looks like the prediction of low scoring is true here, but there's still enough time for Mynderse to make a little run here.
Inbound, can they get a shot off? No, it's knocked away as the quarter ends. 32-24. Waterloo in front. Back with the fourth quarter after this.
The newest way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With the new My Gen Perks mobile app from Generations Bank, you get access to thousands of local and national discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. The savings don't stop there. Generations Bank's Go Premium and Go Preferred checking accounts also include cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and 24/7 Tri-Bureau credit monitoring. Saving money is for everyone. Stop by any Generations office or visit mygenbank.com to open your account today. Member FDIC. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rob Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Thruway Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. Browse their full Cramtastic new and used vehicle inventory online at BillCramChevrolet.com.
Fourth quarter action about ready to resume, and for over 65 years, Wilson Press has been serving Central New York as commercial printers with a full-service mail house. Get in touch with them online at wpress.com. We thank Wilson Press and all of our sponsors. Well, Zach, 8-point margin seems like a lot. Mynderse will have to find a hot hand somewhere.
Not a lot of easy buckets for the Blue Devils tonight. Everything's contested or 3.
And they're spending an awful lot of time on the perimeter, and when they try to get it inside, they often force it and lose it.
Yeah, it's just a tough matchup for them with the size of Waterloo.
Driving, bring it out. Barnett's 3. No, she's had a couple, one in each half, but that's been it. And the save by Jazzy Lewis. And here comes Waterloo. They could go up by double digits, but a near steal, and then just a bit of a collision and a foul will be called on Hannah Capacci, who's into the contest. And Caitlin comes back in and spells Morgan Trout.
Well, for Mynderse, really, where are you going to go for offense right now? That's about as good look as they want. They have Barnett, their best shooter, with a wide open 3.
There's a steal by Korzaneski. Going to take it to the lane on the left side, lay it up and in.
Caitlin's having herself a nice game, and you could see, well, you couldn't see, so Mynderse a little more aggressive in their half court here. This 1-2-2 has gave Waterloo some problems. If they can get it on the block to White Principio, though.
Lewis, nice pass, but now White Principio fouled, hacked in the act, will shoot 2. Allie Smith missed the 3-pointer, but Jazzy Lewis has great court vision, it seems, to go along with her quickness.
And she's going to be quite the player. I really am impressed with her hustle. She gets a lot of deflections, and we're not keeping assists here, but she's got probably 4 or 5. And White Principio is giving them a nice lift as well.
I got her with 10 points in the game now.
Nice form on the free throws.
Very good. 11 unofficially for Giovanna White Principio, the big girl, the freshman. 6'1" she's listed at. And you can see as she stretches in the middle of that zone, takes up a lot of space.
For sure.
Mynderse down by 8, hoping they could break the spell of Waterloo defeats. Here's the bomb from way outside, no good by Mary Dole. And it's one and done for the Blue Devils. And a steal, this time by Capaci. Drive it, off glass, no, just short. Good defense that time by Allie Smith, holding her position.
I like the move by Coach Anderson, though. It's already paid some dividends of being more aggressive and trapping. And, you kind of got to take some risks here. One negative to that is that Mynderse has 3 fouls in the quarter already. So Waterloo will be shooting here after the next 2.
We'll be selecting a Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant player of the game. We hope to get that player on the air at the game's conclusion. And a pass actually hit the bottom of the rim. Waterloo still has it. Outside shot, short. That was Jensen. And here comes Mynderse. And we'll be featuring, of course, that interview during our Little John Orthodontics Smiles with Styles postgame show. Tomorrow, doubleheader action, boys ledger, side of the ledger. Here's the bomb, no, again, Barnett can't buy one here. Inside, Korzaneski's shot is rejected.
The size of White Principio again with the block. Even if she doesn't get the block, she's just a force down there and altering shots.
Towers above the rest of the players. This is a good view to really notice that too. And we got a Mynderse timeout, 5.5 remaining, 8-point lead at 34-26 for Waterloo. Red's Place is serving great lunches in downtown Seneca Falls, and every Wednesday, that's Wednesday night, is 60-cent wings night at one of Jim Sinacropi's favorite places, Red's Place. And the most modern theater in the Finger Lakes is also the oldest in America. Why don't you see what's happening at the Ullman Theater? Check it online at ullmantheater.com. You ever been in that Ullman Theater? You worked over there in
Lions?
Yes,
quite a few times. I know Bob and Leslie very well. Great people, do a lot for the Lions community. And Leslie actually subs at the school quite a bit. And but the theater is beautiful. Take a trip over there if you can.
I happened to see the movie A Green Book about a week or so ago. It's outstanding. And one of my favorite movie critics absolutely agreed with that assessment. Her name, Karen Young. Well, Mynderse lost it out of bounds off another rejection. And they just can't solve this Waterloo tenacious defense, although they've had a lot of turnovers forced of their own, including one right there.
If you're Mynderse off that turnover, you've almost got to push it, because if it gets into the half court, you're just not being able to score. Lewis almost with another steal, but they call a foul on her.
That's the first team foul of the quarter, however, on Waterloo, so they're in good shape there. 3 on Mynderse. And
third foul on Lewis.
Hannah Capaci inbounds, nearly stolen again. Now Caitlin will drive it, leave it out, 3-point bucket.
They need it.
In and out and back in again. Mary Dole for 3. 34-29. Mynderse trying to get their crowd, trying to get the team stirred up a little. Inside, White, no, White Principio. And she gets fouled on a second opportunity, misses, but will go to the line for 2.
And Mynderse has a smaller lineup in right now, too, so they're really giving up a lot of size.
So
foul was on Dole, who's like we said earlier, she's giving up some height down there on the block, trying to play in that 1-2-2.
So 2 of the keys, an 8th grader and a freshman for Waterloo tonight, as Principio hits the first free throw. Every time Mynderse gets within striking distance a little bit, or a bucket, Waterloo has had the answer. Second shot, no good. And out to Principio White Principio. She misses, rebound, no. But a foul again, and that's Panic.
Who's had her fair share of offensive rebounds, and Coach Anderson's putting, looks like who's subbing into the game. Can't see down there.
But
looks like Higbee, almost just for some size.
Panic misses the free throw. She has 8 points in the game.
Dole's coming out, who just hit the three.
Might be putting her back in momentarily.
Be a quick rest.
Second shot by Jillian is good. Panic's free throw gives Waterloo a 7-point lead. Down court quickly, Principio White, a little contact, no whistle, and the shot was up and missed by Capacci. Stolen back by Mynderse. It's not that Waterloo has played a blemish-free game. They've had their share of turnovers, but
I don't know what Mynderse is from the arc, but it's not very good.
here's another effort, and in and out. Rebound, tied up, Jazzy Lewis. The rebound was garnered by Bridget Miller, and then she brought the ball down low, and Jazzy tied her up. We're halfway through quarter number 4. The 7-point lead looks pretty big right now. And contact, the late whistle. No, they called a travel.
I will say, since Mynderse has switched to this 1-2-2, Waterloo has turned it over about every other possession. And they're scoring off of when they get a shot up. Maybe Waterloo's best offense right now is just to get a shot and then go get the rebound, because that's how they've scored every time this quarter.
And the winner of this game plays who, Zach?
Most likely Dansville. I believe it's at 7:45 at HFL on Monday.
Ask him a question.
Dansville plays Penn Yan, excuse me.
Well, Mynderse gives the ball up yet again. Down 7. And a timeout by the Tribe. Well, Cicino's Pizza and Restaurant is celebrating 22 years in the Finger Lakes with locations in Waterloo, Geneva, and Del Lago Resort. Order online at Cicinos.com, and I stopped in Cicinos today, and with my good friend, great friend really, Dave Eichenhofer. We each had a slice. I won't tell you how many slices he may have had, actually, but I had one.
Where's the best slice at Cicinos, Geneva, Waterloo, or Del Lago? What do you think?
I kind of think I give the original
I would agree.
But you can't go wrong in any of them.
No.
Well, 36-29, and Mynderse has just had, they've, as you said, switching their defense has helped them on that end of it. But offensively, stymied much of the night and not being able to convert very many three-point efforts.
No, and they've had some good looks, especially Barnett in the second half. I think for them to have a shot in the game, they're going to need to get not just a turnover, but a turnover that leads to a bucket. And if you're Waterloo right now, I would almost tell my girls, if you're stuck in a trap, hold on to the thing, get the jump ball. At least if we give it up, we can play half-court defense, because Mynderse is probably only – they've scored less than 20, I would say, out of the half-court. They have a couple leak outs for layups, but besides that, it's been tough sledding for Mynderse.
They look to trap here. Jensen bouncing it to Panic. Contact, she misses the shot.
Mynderse has got to push this here. Don't let them get set up.
And they do. I mean, they do get set up. Driving and throwing it up and blocked by White Principio. And tie-up finally called? Or do we have a timeout call? Waterloo preserved the possession by calling the timeout. Large crowd on hand, but it's been the kind of game that has not allowed for a lot of thunderous crowd noise.
Yeah, it's been pretty quiet. Like we've talked about with some of the turnovers and a little bit of sloppy play. But both teams definitely give it 100%, and we'll see how it finishes out. There's still 3:19 left. Crazier things have happened, that's for sure.
So in our Little John Orthodontics Smiles with Style postgame show, we'll be assessing talking about what happened, of course, and also having a player of the game for Chichinos. At this point, I would agree with what Zach just indicated to me. Again, doubleheader action tomorrow. Jim Sinacropi on the play-by-play call of both those games. 2 o'clock game is Batavia at Newark, 7 o'clock Geneva at Waterloo. Driving, and the pass is stolen. So Mynderse with another opportunity. Can they race it down court quickly? Korzaneski bouncing it right side. And Waterloo quick to respond defensively, and case in point, the steal by Jazzy Lewis. And then they call a travel.
It's a tough call.
Yeah.
Lewis with another steal, and then she fell. I thought she was probably bumped, but.
Yep. But your point is well taken, Zach. Mynderse cannot get it down quick enough to find any openings before Waterloo gets their defense set up. Higbee leaving it. Corner 3. Short air ball. Rebound Higbee. Finds Mary Dole.
I'd like to see Higbee try to put that up, instead of just kicking it out for another 3.
Of course, that big presence inside, and she has been the dominator.
She's had a great game.
Talking about White Principio.
Another deflection by Lewis. She's had quite a game herself.
8th grader and 9th grader. Middle schoolers. And we're down to just 2:20 remaining. The lead only 7, but in a low-scoring game, that's a lot. It seems more like 12 or 15. Speaking of 15, Allie Smith with the ball. Now Jensen, carry shot deflected, and picking it off is Panic and can't convert, but she gets fouled and will go to the line. And Mynderse, the sands of the hourglass, running quickly.
Free throws for Panic.
Jillian with 9, make it 10.
Jillian's had a very nice game herself. Close to a double-double, I got to believe.
I would say. Waterloo on the verge of snapping a 6-game regular season ending losing streak. And Jensen hits both, Panic hits both. And here's Mynderse inside and a Jazzy Lewis foul.
Looks like it. She's not happy about it.
11 in the game for Jillian Panic. Mynderse is going to have to get it going quickly here. The shot back irons and the dominant Waterloo. It's all orange and black inside.
Waterloo content to run some clock here.
Down to 1:30, driving Jensen, no. Rebound, White Principio, no. Mynderse had it, lost it, steal Jensen, inside Panic, yes.
That should do it.
And a timeout, and Waterloo is going to advance. The first team to 40, as Zach mentioned earlier, and they get there with 1:22 remaining. And I guess we're going to stick with that selection. I'm okay with it, whichever way. Let's what's that? Which one?
You go with 2. Jim is telling us we can go with 2 if you want.
All right.
Split the pizza.
Boy, it's still hard. It's still hard to pick because let's pick 2. We're going to give an honorable mention. Really impressive performance. Well, we can wait, I guess.
Yeah, there's still time.
Let's get inside a minute. You never know. Let's not rush things. Maybe something will change in the last minute 22, but 11-point lead, largest of the night. And we're about ready to resume play. when you look at the scoring column for Mynderse, of course, they only have 29 points, and Jazzy Lewis has been everywhere.
Looks like all the starters are out for Mynderse. Got some of the young girls in.
They need, and here's a steal by Jensen, and she misses the layup, and oh no. Jazzy Lewis had a clean steal and we're right on top of that play, but they have a foul, and we got another timeout. Chance to talk about things again. Jim Sinacropi and Rhett Taccone on the boys B1 quarterfinal tomorrow at 2, Batavia, Newark, and at 7, Kevin Sharp joins Jim Sinacropi for Geneva at Waterloo. And lots of games. I would have taken the over on 100 points for Lions after that halftime score.
They got a lot of time to, they've had a lot of games like that this year, so.
Able to play the bench.
Classy move by Coach Schott, not running it up and keeping it under 100. And all the young girls are in now. Looks like the starter's out for Waterloo as well.
So let's see. We do see Lauren Yells in there for Waterloo, along with, I think, a JV player whose number we don't have. And here's a steal.
Morgan
by Yells.
Carabello, number 12. Assistant coach Jose Carabello.
Buries the three. Caitlin Jolly. And the lead at 14. Let's see if Mynderse can get one here. The high arcing shot off the rim, no. Back out. Here's the long left-handed shot around the rim, no. And that's kind of been the story of the night for the Blue Devils. 30 seconds left in this contest. And double dribble is called. And you hear the Waterloo crowd hooping it up. We're down to 20 seconds, 43-29. Driving to the lane, losing it, and rolling out of bounds. Waterloo will throw one more shot up here in the last 7 seconds. They got a chance to do it. And instead the pass goes inside, batted away, and this quarter ends like the others did with nobody getting a shot off, but Waterloo advances 43-29, a trifecta of victories for the Tribe over their arch rivals here in Seneca Falls tonight.
Yeah, kind of went to script, We'll
take a break. We'll have our players of the game and more after this.
This live presentation of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball on FingerLakes1.com is brought to you thanks to the support of Generations Bank, Bill Cram Chevrolet, Little John Orthodontics, Marshall Exteriors, It's a Wonderful Run 5K, Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant, Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, Brad Van Dusen Photography, Penny's Place Family Restaurant, Stever's Garage, The Omen Theater, Red's Place, Wilson Press, Connie's Diner, the Newark Pilots and Geneva Red Wings, the Downtown Deli, and FingerLakes1.com digital marketing.
It's Big Truckin' Deals here at Bill Cram Chevrolet. Check out this cram-tastic inventory for big truckin' deals. Whatever truck you're looking for, we've got the inventory. Trucks for towing, trucks for family, trucks for work, and trucks for fun. Whatever you're into, we've got a big truckin' deal waiting for you. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. See all our truckin' deals at BillCramChevrolet.com.
The newest way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With the new My Gen Perks mobile app from Generations Bank, you get access to thousands of local and national discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. The savings don't stop there. Generations Bank's Go Premium and Go Preferred checking accounts also include cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and 24/7 Tri-Bureau credit monitoring. Saving money is for everyone. Stop by any Generations office or visit mygenbank.com to open your account today. Member FDIC. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes.
43-29, Waterloo impressively extending their lead every quarter, really, to take the victory from their arch rivals of Seneca Falls here at Mynderse, 43-29, and we're pleased to have with us one of the standout players, and for Waterloo there were several tonight, Giovanna White, Principio. Congratulations,
Thank
Giovanna. Were you concerned coming into this game, having played Mynderse twice and losing your last few games?
Yeah, we had to step it up because we lost one of our best players, but we all worked hard and won.
And you get to advance.
Yeah.
And you were a dominant performer, both defensively, taking up a lot of room inside defensively, your block shots, and converting some great passes, primarily from Jazzy Lewis, who was also outstanding.
Yeah.
Giovanna, being from Waterloo myself and living in Mynderse now, can you explain a little bit what it's like to play in the rival game, and especially to have to face them in sectionals?
It's a lot of pressure because, you know, everyone comes in and watches, and everyone's like, oh, you have to play your best, and you just have to play like it's your last game and work your heart out.
And do you know anything about your potential future opponents here coming up?
Penyan and Dansville played tonight, and the winner of that game plays us. I have no clue when, though.
Monday, HFL.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So you're keeping it going, and even though your team had lost actually 6 in a row, those were tight games, including against a very good Mid-Lakes team, where you lost by only 5. So did the team keep its confidence?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Giovanna, you played for Coach Bree last year as well. Explain to him a little bit, what's he like playing for?
I feel that he's a really good coach, and he put a lot of more pressure on me this year moving up to varsity, obviously, because I'm a 9th grader, freshman, and I have to be dominant and do what he asks.
What's your favorite part of the game?
Probably scoring points.
Okay.
Offense.
Well, how about blocking shots?
Yeah,
that's got to be high too.
Yeah.
You certainly intimidated Mynderse inside quite a bit tonight, I thought.
Yeah.
And so we'd like to congratulate you for your efforts here tonight and wish you and your teammates continued success in the postseason. And we look forward to great things from you, and not only this year but in the future. Zach, anything else?
No, just great performance tonight. Your future's bright. Keep working hard, and good luck in the next round.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for joining us. And again, a nice effort by Giovanna, the freshman. I think maybe a little shy.
Good interview, too, for a freshman, I thought.
And, of course, we were bouncing around. We had major efforts by Jillian Panic, Jazzy Lewis, and we selected Giovanna White Principio, but it could have been any or all of the 3 as our Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant Player of the game. And let's just take your appraisal of tonight's contest.
Yeah, tonight it's just, we said going in that Mynderse going to have to make some shots from the outside to match Waterloo's strength on the post and on the block, and just didn't come to fruition. I thought the defensive pressure consistently from Waterloo was the difference in that their ability to score on the block led that to be victorious.
For Waterloo to continue to advance, of course, their defensive intensity will need to continue, but they'll need to cut down their turnovers.
Oh, for sure. And, if Dansville wins, they'll be 20-0. But, I'm sure Coach Bree will look forward to the challenge. You got a couple days of practice. He's been there before. He's a seasoned coach, and even if they don't come out victorious, just for this team, they're very, very young. Those 3 girls we mentioned for potentially being player of the game, they're all back next year, so it's a great experience for them to get to play on a bigger stage.
Well, we'll give the scoring rundown real quick, and as we do it for Mynderse, it's easy. The leading scorer in the game with just 8 points is Caitlin Korzaneski, who played a fine game. Morgan Trout had a foul shot, 1 point. 7 for Mackenzie Higbee, who we thought had a good game. Madison Barnett, 2 3-pointers, 6 points. They needed a lot more from her tonight if they were going to stay into this game, as her 3-point shot was not able to hit only just the 2 buckets. 1 point for Kohlberger, Sarah. 6 for Mary Dole, and a total of 29. On the other side of the ledger, Jazzy Lewis, a great floor game, 6 points. Tabitha Winter with 4 points. Carrie Jensen with 4. Allie Smith with 2, a point for Macy Carr, 3 for Caitlin Jolly, 11 for Jillian Panic, and 12 points for the freshman off the bench, Giovanna White-Principio, and a total of 43 for Mike Bree's team. For Jerry Anderson's team, a building season, and I do see some friendly people in the crowd there that you know quite well. And anyway, a pleasure working with you tonight, Zach.
Yeah, it was fun, Dave.
And I wish your old team lots of success. Of course, I'm squeezing for the Lady Falcons from South Seneca as well. And I wish your weed sport teams nothing but success.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the games tomorrow. This should be fun. Hopefully we can get to the Dome.
Again, you can catch 2 games tomorrow afternoon. Batavia at Newark at 2, Geneva at Waterloo at 7. We'll have all the action. You can stream this game and catch the audio to go with, or the video to go with the audio, probably Sunday. And speaking for Jeremy Hunt, our cameraman, our engineer and producer, Jim Sinacropi, and of course my great color man here tonight, Zac Young. This is Dave Barnick saying the final score from the Arthur L. Baker Gymnasium in Seneca Falls. Waterloo with the trifecta 3 in a row this year over Mynderse, 43-29. Good evening, everybody, and may the force be with you.